Well, it seems every day we're talking about youth crime in Queensland, right? Well, the latest teens on the run after stealing a gun from inside a Brisbane home.
And even though police are locking them up, the courts are letting them out. So where to from here? Senior Constable Tony Unicombe has been rehabilitating troubled teens in the state for years via the Booyah Project. He joins us now. Tony, thanks so much for your time. I mean, youth crime is out of control. We can all see that. Have you ever seen it quite this bad, though?
Look, there is a small cohort of young people that are largely committing these offences. But what I found in the connection I have with the young people is it's largely out of complex trauma.
So I'm conflicted on this story because yesterday we ran the statistics that 8 out of 10 are getting bail, and as you say, there's a small cohort, but they keep perpetrating. They have no respect, zero respect for authorities, and zero respect for anything other than perpetrating crime on innocent people. How do you get through them?
Yeah, look, what I can say from my experience at Project Booyah is we have young people that come on the program. They volunteer because they want to change. They have to want to change. And we build rapport with them because they need a safe space to be able to talk. They will not talk unless they feel safe. And what I found with these young people is when we make them feel safe, they talk. We have a respect program whereby we talk about many life skills that they kind of miss out on because of trauma. So we're looking at communication skills, conflict resolution, problem solving, many things that are taken for granted that they seriously do miss out on.
Sorry, Tony, I was going to say, obviously, you know, the ones who are able to get through to you and your project are the fortunate ones in a sense, because there are a whole lot out there who you may not be able to reach, who perhaps aren't necessarily impacted by trauma yet perpetrating these crimes. I mean, how do you work through that sort of repeated offending that we're seeing?
Yeah, absolutely, I understand. I mean, that is a very complex trauma that they've gone through. You hear people saying if they have no fear. Basically, they've lost all hope. Given the trauma that they might have gone through and the lack of support around them, they've like slipped through the cracks of society. And with no support, they're actually acting out of that trauma. So, yeah, that's what I found. And with Project Booyah, we're building rapport with these young people and making it a safe space for them to talk. So a lot of these kids haven't had a safe space growing up.
I guess the issue here as well is the victims. You know, there are so many victims out there who are caught up in this. Innocent civilians getting by their everyday lives and then still hit by these youth offenders. I mean, how do you explain that part of it?
Well, look, absolutely, you know, what we found, it's a multi-agency process that we're working with. So it's not just the police. It's you know, obviously we work with the courts, we work with youth justice, we work with many departments in relating to helping these kids. But above all on Project Booyah, they've got to actually want to change.
Yeah. I think that's the key thing here with your program, and it sounds like it's very effective. But it seems to me there are other people out there who have more sympathy for the perpetrators of these crimes than the victims themselves, and that's just not skewed the right way. Your program should work hand in hand, but first of all, we have to stop the crime, right?
Oh, look, absolutely. You've got to get to the reason why this is happening, why the children, why the young people are behaving the way they are, and what we found out is it is a very complex trauma. I've had kids on program that have lost both parents. I've had kids that have lost one parent. I've had kids that have got parents in jail, and as growing up as young people,
it's a cycle.
It's a cycle, and a lot of it's intergenerational. And you know,
mate, keep doing what you do.
Yeah,
there's a whole bunch of things that need to be done to try and work through all this. Appreciate all the work you do. Thank you, mate.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.